For my final video project, I wanted to talk about one aspect of my life that makes me who I really am, and that is my love for the outdoors. I began hunting and fishing when I was really young, and I remember going hunting with my dad and brother Thomas and Anthony when I was in 3rd grade. And we went pheasant hunting, and I remember coming home from that weekend hunt and just being distraught, being so upset that the hunt was over and that I had to go to school the next day. And really, that's what kind of fueled my passion for it. I love to spend time in the woods, whether it was with my brother, with my dad, some uncles, my grandpa. It was that community that I loved, and then like later in my life kind of evolved to just be more of a personal thing. I would wake up early on Saturday mornings because we didn't have the outdoor channel, and I would watch hunting and fishing on ESPN at like 5 a.m. because they have it. I would just stare at the TV and just be so intrigued the entire time. I remember going on my first turkey hunt and just loving that whole environment. And then it's really what brought me to filming. I want to capture beauty in a camera, and that's why Thomas and I started our business, Identical Draw. It's basically to take this camera along and share what we see with people, the hunts, the highs and lows of that, then also just nature around us, trying to show what God gave us through the beauty of the earth. I've been blessed. I filmed some weddings, and I filmed other things besides the outdoors, but the outdoors is really where I have my passion. Over the years, I've been blessed to shotgun hunt, bow hunt, fly fish, all these different types of outdoor recreation, and now I feel just like I'm an outdoor enthusiast. Every chance that I get to go into the woods or get outside, go to Colorado, head up northeast to do some deer hunting or something, I try to do it. Yeah, there's just something about the outdoors that I know I'll be hooked my entire life. I remember when I got my first deer with a bow. It was December 28th, and we were in a winter storm warning up where we were hunting. And I remember just being amped. There were 10 inches of snow on the ground. It was probably 5 degrees outside, and just being like, man, I love this. And it's crazy because a lot of people would hate to be out there, but I really love it. It really has made me who I am, and I'm constantly thinking about the next time I'm going to be able to get outdoors, and the next film I'm going to create, and the next episode that will air on Identical Draw, and how we can best capture the nature that we love so much. As I grow up, I want to share that with others. I've gotten my girlfriend into hunting and fishing and just being out in nature. She also loves to film. Hopefully I can create in children someday the love that I have for the outdoors in them, because it's been so good for me. I was the first one in my family to bow hunt, and I pretty much watched YouTube videos after I bought a bow. Had my buddy Jacob Staub come over, and he helped me out with kind of, hey, this is the basic setup that you need, and so that was huge. I remember I got a turkey that year with my bow. Didn't get a deer, missed one, but it's an entire process. I mean, archery is difficult, but I love it, and that's kind of what Thompson and I are rooted in with Identical Draw. All archery hunts, basically, besides maybe one pheasant hunt. But there's just something difficult about hunting. There's no for sure's. Things can always change, whether it's good things or bad things, and I love that about hunting. I remember with my dad and brothers, we would plan fishing trips. It'd be a Friday night, and we'd just be like, hey, let's go fishing in the morning, and we'd all get excited. We'd pick a lake, and we'd get all of our gear ready, and we'd set the alarms early, and load up the canoe on top of the Camel minivan, and yeah, we'd go get some donuts and spend a few hours at the lake catching some bass or catfish, sunfish, whatever we ran into. And I'm just really thankful for my dad for showing me the ropes and creating that outdoor spirit within me. A huge component for me with the outdoors is finding God in nature. I think he speaks to people in nature just with the beauty alone. You can't just help but look at a mountain range or look at a certain animal and just be like, that's amazing. And that's created by something greater than like a human being. And I really feel called to the outdoors because of him, I believe. And my spiritual life has always been something that's really close to me. And yeah, I go to church on Sundays, but when I get out in the field, I almost feel a closer and stronger connection with God and with my prayer life. And that's the most important thing to me in my life right now. A huge part of who I am is also being an identical twin. And for me to be able to have a business with one is insane. We're the best business team, I'm pretty sure, that is in the United States just because we're brothers. But it's awesome because sometimes, I mean, the people you work with and the people you do business with, that makes or breaks a business. And so when I have my brother at my side out in the field or doing a different job, doing some editing and stuff, we can just be on the same page and do exactly what we need to. We need to discuss what we need to discuss. And as far as hunting goes, we're always on the same page. We always push each other. And we're both are ready to have success. It's awesome having brothers like Thomas and Anthony who enjoy the outdoors like I do and who will easily and quickly join me for a trip. And it's been awesome creating relationships and having life experiences made in the mountains and in the fields with these guys.